Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to Vintage Story on the Rusty Gears server. I hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing great. So I just want to thank everybody for all of the views, all the likes, all of the support in general of what has been going on here on the server, what we have done. Thank you to everyone for going and watching all of the other Rustafarians videos. And yeah, I mean, you guys are just absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for all of that. So yeah, well, we're down here in the shopping area today because to start out today, I need to get something. So we have a bunch of Rusty Gears in our inventory and, ooh, really? So Apache always seems to be putting something different into these. Blue fired shingles. Interesting. That is not what I am looking for today. What I'm looking for today is ingot molds. So we actually need a lot of these. So we need 20 of them. So we're going to grab 20 ingot molds. Is that 20? I think that's 18. That's 20. So we're going to grab 20 ingot molds and we are going to drop 10 gears in here for that. So there we go, 10 gears. And I don't think there's anything else we need in here today. But the reason that we need these is because all of the mining that I've been doing around the iron veins that we found, we are running out heavily of storage space. So I've got a lot of my stones stored in better crates at the moment. The problem is I need to be able to update them beyond copper. So copper allows me to put 4,096 stones in each crate, and we need to be able to go a lot higher than that. Because like in the case of our granite and peridotite, we are actually more than one 4,096. And actually on the granite, we have two 4,096s, and I still have stones in my inventory. So we really need to get these upgraded further. The problem? Tin bronze. I have one tin bronze ingot. So yes, that is a bit of an issue. So what we're going to do, we are going to place these down here. We have 18 molds right now. We are going to get a few more here. So let's get, yeah, lots and lots of ingot molds. Now currently I am making 18 ingots of copper and 20 ingots of tin bronze. So let's see how we're doing here. Looks like the tin bronze is getting there. And so is the copper. Oh, we have 19. We're going to have one ingot too many. Well, let's go ahead and grab one more gear. And yes, lots and lots of gears. So I am going to go back and grab one more set of ingot molds. And yeah, I'm going to get those ingots made up so that we can make some bronze and then iron upgrades for our better crates. For at least the granite and peridotite, because those are the ones that we have the most of. Now, thankfully, the granite and peridotite work together very, very well in the paths. So I have removed a whole bunch of the regular stone paths and here in the church and replaced them with peridotite. I think that looks really nice. Also, peridotite and granite, absolutely amazing. So we do have a lot of new paths that we're going to need to be working on today because there is something that I really want to work on. So yeah, let's go ahead and get in here. We will throw our one gear back in there. We will grab one more stack of ingot molds and we're going to call that good. So yeah, I will get a bunch of this stuff taken care of. I'm probably going to make multiple batches of this copper and bronze, and I will see you guys in a little bit. So one thing that I find kind of interesting when making upgrades for these better crates is that one log will make enough boards for 1 upgrade. So we need 4 upgrades here. So we take 4 logs. Now what we need to do first is make 4 wooden chests. Then we need to move these to the tops and sides. And then we put our ingots in the corner. That's going to make our tin bronze first. And then we're going to make iron after that. So yes, here we go. Let's go ahead and upgrade these. So we will get tin bronze on that one and this one, and then iron on them as well. Partly because this chest that was on my back is also full of granite stones. So yes, now we can go ahead and what we'll do is we will just take out a stack at a time here, and then we can put those back into the other barrel or crate. But now we can see that we can put 16,000 plus into those crates. So that is going to be really, really handy. So we'll go ahead and pull everything out of there. Once we finally get everything picked up off the floor. Okay, so we're at 9,506 of those right now. Now we're going to go ahead and just break this one for the peridotite. Pick up everything that we can. Then do this again. Just back and forth a little. Now we're going to grab that, move it over here, because we need to make sure that we've gotten everything out from behind. And so yeah, we could have gotten away with a bronze on this, but we have quite a bit more stuff to pick up there. Now, these others we should now be able to use for other types of stone. So that'll be nice. We need to get all of this cleaned up. It's going to be a lot of work getting all of this set up. Still haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do down there on the walls, but things are working out. So I have another batch of tin, bronze, and copper running here. So yeah, I think I'm going to let that run out, and then we'll take a look at what else we're going to be doing today. So I logged on the server just a minute ago. It is now, well, getting into summertime. We're still in late spring, but it's getting really nice out, and I'm running out of food supplies. We have a little bit of cabbage, but not much. And the food that I have prepared here, some of it's already spoiling, some of it doesn't have much. So I went out to plant all of my cabbage, which, by the way, we have 28 cabbage seeds now. That is absolutely amazing. But I started planting along here, and straw dummy. Okay, so I think this is probably Papa Cheddar putting this down, but I cannot pick this thing up. So I'm shift clicking on it, and I can't do anything. But something that a lot of people don't know that you can do with these straw dummies. So if I sit here and repeatedly hit this thing, it will eventually break. And, you know, that is something that most people don't realize that you can do. So I don't have to try to bury him or anything like that. But you can see he's gone now. He is gone. So yeah, I don't have to worry about trying to bury him or anything like that. And I kind of looked around the base a little bit. I didn't see any others. So I don't know if there's supposed to be others around here, but I haven't seen any. I guess I can come over here and double check. I didn't look in the mine or anything like that. So yeah, nothing down here in the mine. Check up here in our mill building. I wouldn't put it above someone to put them up here in the upper floors. But yeah. So yes, you don't have to worry about someone putting down straw dummies. You can't pick them up, but you can break them. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, that actually sounds like an interesting little prank to break Eric and replace him so that Papa Cheddar can't do anything, and then just slowly move him around. I think that would be hilarious. You know, but yeah, that just figured I'd let you guys know that. But we are going to be heading down to the community area here, because speaking of Papa Cheddar, he has made the first mini game, well, I guess technically the second mini game on the server, because I would say that the mystery box was technically the first mini game. But he has a little mini game over here, and I would like to play that. So we are going to head over here, and it is around behind the... Whoa, big lag spike. It is around behind the mystery box, and it is a little target range. So we have here a target block, and we have some rules. So let's take a look at this. It says, take 3 spears, stand behind the fences at each point, and throw. So a bullseye is 3 points. So that would be this oak plank block. The inner ring is 2 points. So that's the granite cobblestone. The outer ring is 1 point. Too many T's. So if we hit the ebony, that's 1 point. And obviously if we miss, we just need to hang our head in shame and walk away. So we are going to grab 3 spears here, and we're going to go out here at the 3 target locations. These look like they're going to be kind of fun. So Papa Cheddar started out with 6 points, and it looks like he has gotten 8. So Shino got 3. So here's hoping that we can get 3. So here is number 1. Let's see what we can get here. So let's draw back, and I think I'm going to aim right about for the top. Oh, no, we want to make sure that we are. Oh, okay. So we hit off to the side, but that is good for 2 points. Okay, we were right on the money for height, so that's perfect. So on this one, we are a block higher on our feet, so I'm going to aim slightly above, and oh, hit the bottom. So we got to aim a little higher on that one. Now this one we're down lower and we're further away, so I'm going to aim about here, and I think we totally missed. Okay, yep. The third one totally missed. So we got 3 points on our first attempt on this. Now, we are going to go ahead and put this down as 3 points to start out with. But I think we're going to try again, too. So let's go ahead and get in here, and we're going to go Nathan, and we got 3. Sadness. All right, well, it used up the charcoal. Ugh. All right, well, let's try this one more time, because I think we have a better chance this time. Whoops, that is not the first one, because we actually know roughly where we need to aim. So on this one here, we need to aim at basically the center. So let's go ahead and do that. 2 points again on that one. Pretty easy shot on that one. So this one we're going to aim a little bit higher than we did last time. And let fly. Looks like we are hitting off to the side on both of them. We got a drifter here. Let's go ahead and take him out. Stupid guy. Okay, so we were way low on this one. So we're going to aim basically up here at the top of the tree. And let fly. I think we hit the top. Alright, well, let's see. Do we get anything out of these guys? Probably not. And where are they coming from? Because it's not quite dark enough for them to be spawning. I'm wondering, is this a cave here? It is. Alright, well, we could potentially spawn-proof some of the caves around here. So we got 1 point out of the third one. So we did aim a bit too high there. These two were almost perfect. So we were a little low on the first shot, and it hit. Yeah, actually, had we been a little bit higher, I think we would have gotten a bullseye. The second shot, we were at the proper height, but a little bit off to the side, which is actually a random thing. But yeah, so we actually got 5 points on our second attempt, and I guess we do have some ladders, but we can just do this. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put these back. We have a little bit better of an idea of what we need to do there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We have an actual mini game, a competitive mini game, and I think that's pretty cool. And so what I want to do is actually make my own little competitive mini game. Now, I had the idea of making Spleef, but that is more of a multiplayer game, so I don't know for sure. We seem to have a lot of issues with people being able to get together on the server. The time frames just don't seem to work out real well. So I'm going to do some thinking about some ways that we could make some single player mini games and see what we can come up with. And what on earth have we got here? Logs? Logs, and more logs. I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, we are going to give some thought to what we can do as far as a mini game and see if we can come up with something that might be pretty interesting. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. So honestly, I think I've come up with a pretty good idea of what we can do as far as making an interesting mini game that can be played multiple times by multiple people, one at a time. So it is going to be kind of a loot hunting dungeon maze. Kind of an interesting little hybrid of several things. And we are going to be timing people on how fast they can go through, but also the longer you take, the more chances you have of finding things. Oh, we have someone over here. I'll bet that's Shino. But so there's a couple of little things that I want to kind of take a look at, different mechanics that we can do. So first off, we are going to grab a bunch of blocks here and look at how this works. So we have a bunch of cobblestone related things here. So if we place down, we have I forgot I removed that. So if we place down a whole bunch of blocks here around us, oh, I can't place it there because there's a sign there. But so if we come in here and place a whole bunch of blocks around us and then remove our lantern from our offhand, it gets dark. And I mean dark. This is not after effects of doing something. That is how dark it gets. I mean, it is black. So we can very much control the amount of lighting that will be available to the players by doing that. Now, the next thing that's kind of interesting is the fact that a block and a half like this, we can actually get into that. So we are going to have to place this down first. But if we crouch, we can actually walk into that. So this is going to artificially limit the speed of the person because they are going to have to be crouched all the time. So if we place this in here, you know, we can see no matter what, I don't know why I can't seem to get in there right off the bat, but no matter what, we are at crouch speed here. So that is going to greatly slow people down. Now, the next thing that's kind of interesting is we can put things like this. And this is going to be perfect. This is a perfect example of what we would do. So we will have things like this. You know, there's going to be all kinds of texturing in the walls, differing blocks, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to have places where there's going to be vertical half slabs, horizontal half slabs. Just in general, it's going to look broken. We're going to have little bits of places where it's going to be brighter and darker, all kinds of things like that. But this little spot here, there may be a chance that you need to sit down here and you need to get in the exact right spot and sit down and kind of target up underneath, and you can open a chest on the back side of it. So that's going to be kind of an interesting thing, and I guess one way that we could potentially do this would be, let's just go ahead and get rid of this sign. It's kind of irritating me. So let's say that we have something like this. You know, so we have a little spot where the wall gets a little bit wider. We can sit down and then open a chest on the backside that may have some loot. But I probably wouldn't have it directly there, so it would be the type of thing that you would have to kind of target off to the side. But those areas back there are going to look dark. or I'm going to use chiseled blocks that are just barely open that you have to hit the exact spot. I don't know. But that's the basic idea of what I want to do here. Now, this is going to take a lot of digging, first off, because I don't want to build this up on the surface. I'm going to build it underground. Now, we did discuss here the other day that we are going to be setting up our gaming area back here behind all of the community area. So this area here is all fair game. But I think what I'm going to do is actually burrow underneath the ground right here, basically just a little bit off of spawn and right next to Papa Cheddar's targets. And that will help with that one cave, you know, this cave here that we had drifters coming out at us. So yeah, I'm going to go and start doing some digging. We have a lot of work to do to get this all set up, and I will see you guys in a little bit.
You can come down. I can come down. Oh, okay, fine. You can come up there. Let me just put down my chest with the old black gold.
Oh, yes.
There we go. Got a little nosy inside there if you want.
Ooh. Yeah, got a little bit of that stuff.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't need it quite yet, but I've heard that it's quite a rare commodity for some of the gears and stuff, so I'm prepared to sell some off. And what we are lacking of, and I know you are the king of the Terrapreta, is a little bit of Terrapreta.
Yes. So actually, what I am willing to do here, I will give you a stack for a stack. I'm swapping that out there. And then as a present for you and Ashantin, because I know that she loves these granite cobble skulls.
She'll love you forever for that.
Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's great, buddy. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely great. Now, I'll probably try to sell a bit of this to the rest of the gears when I'm on.
All right. Well, that sounds awesome. Well, thanks a bunch for the trade, man. It is great.
No problem at all. No problem at all, buddy.
So I figured the first step to getting this all set up would be to spawn-proof all of the caves underneath the community area. So we do have this big cave here, and it does go down in several locations. I have kind of done a little bit of exploring around here, and kind of glad that I did, because I went off in this direction, and this goes down fairly steeply over here, and we have a bunch of bad guys there. But down here, this space right here was titanium. Very nice. While I was digging out the titanium, and my gosh, look at all of these guys coming to greet me. I broke into this cave right here. Now, I went down into that cave, and it goes way down, and there was a ruin down there that had bookshelves, cobwebs, all kinds of nice loot. So, yeah, definitely well worth it. But yeah, I have to spawn proof all of this. As you can see, there are tons of drifters floating around here, and we've got to get that under control to start out with. So I have brought a bunch of granite stones over here with me. Now, I do have somewhere in the order of 20,000 granite stones right now. So it's not like I'm going to be running out of these things anytime soon. And then as we start digging out the area, we are going to get more and more stones. Now we are going to be quarrying quite a bit of the chert out of here. And there's going to be a lot of work. We're going to start a bit deeper. That way we'll have everything spawn proofed on the higher levels. And then as we get deeper and deeper, we will get less and less spawn proofing. So the deeper you go into the dungeon, the more dangerous it will be. And so I think that's kind of a good little way to start out the dungeon. So let me get this all spawn proof. This is going to take a while. Well, that's pretty cool. Chasing after some drifters that I can hear, and guess what? Crystals! Crystals. Lots and lots of crystals. That is awesome. So let's see how many of these we got. And it sounds like we're right next to the drifters too. So we got a large one, 2 clusters variant 2. We got a cluster variant 1, 2 small crystals variant 3, 2 small crystals variant 2. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And the thing is it sounds like we are right next to these guys. So let's go ahead and put this down here. And it sounds like they are pretty much like right through here. Yep. And oh, this is a rather interesting looking little cave. See what we got going on in here. So just by doing all of the spawn proofing, there is no way I would have found this any other way. So there we go. Those guys are now dead, but they led us here to this. Oh my god, this is amazing. I really wish that we could get these glowworms somehow. But you know what that means. We can actually utilize this in our dungeon. So yes, I am going to spawn proof this. I am going to not break any of the glowworms. And yeah, we will find some way to work this in, because if we look here, ooh, the glowworms look amazing, but they're not illuminating anything. That is bizarre. Let's try getting some blocks to update here, maybe? This should be illuminating. It's weird that it isn't. Well, I'm sure we'll figure out something here. But yes, oh, glowworms. That is so cool. Alright, see you guys in a little bit. Well, the Sunday live stream just concluded a little while ago, and there has been some major changes to the base. We now have 4 windmills for our Hellhammers, and these guys are not in the same place. So our old Hellhammer setup is no longer there, and we have pulled the top of the mountain down. By the way, we'll look at that in just a second. But we have no longer any of the stuff here, and instead we have 4 windmills higher up, and this is going to be for the wonderful working of iron. 4 Hellhammers, yes, 4 Hellhammers. So went ahead and made 2 more Hellhammers, 3 more sets of windmills, and set this up to where we're running all 4 of them here. And this is just pumping out. I mean, I have to have 4 forges when I'm doing blooms to keep up with these 4 Hellhammers. That is pretty good. But this entire mountaintop got pulled down, oh, quite a bit. I mean, this was tremendously higher than this. And this is going to give us space that we can actually build our forge area on. Now, down below, I have decided that the level that we had the Hellhammers and all the forging stuff on here, this level is going to be changed into something that will be for cooking. So that's what we're going to do there. And there's some other stuff to look at here too. But now here we have Happy May Day, Shino. So yes, Shino has gone around and put May Day flower pots around or flower baskets around the server for everyone. And that is great. I really appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and leave this here. Now, this was severely cursed earlier, where the lettering was in the angle that it is now, but the sign was straight this way. And it was so cursed. It was horrible. But what we have there on, all of this path work and things like that, that is only a small portion of what we worked on during the Sunday live stream. So another thing that we worked on here is this. A full suit of iron plate armor. Now this is going to be really important because we are down to just our gambeson helmet. So anytime that we go down into the caves, we're going to have to take that with us. Now that was not the end of what we worked on. So I finally have a path going down the back side of the mountain here and connecting into our path going out to the industrial area. Now, I'm really happy about that. I have been waiting for this for quite some time. We do have some areas like this here that need to be supported. You know, they are going to look a little goofy until we get the supports in. I did put the supports on most of the rest of it here, but there's a couple of spots there that need supports. We also need to come through here and put trapdoors on all of those logs that are sticking out. And there's a few places that we need additional logs sticking out as well. So yeah, lots of work has been done there. And then one last thing to look at. So earlier today, this chest, or this trunk, was completely full of rich hematite. Now, we did break down one entire set of rows and fill, I think it was, 18? I want to say 18 bloomeries with that. And we did have a fair amount left, but obviously we have a lot of hematite there still to break up. But that's nothing in comparison to what we've got over here, which is our bountiful hematite that I have slowly been mining, and we're not even halfway done with the bountiful hematite yet. So yes, I was just out there a little bit ago. However, my pickaxe broke, so I had to come back anyway. But yes, we have been getting tons and tons of hematite, and we're not going to have any issues with iron for quite some time. We have 96 iron. No, I take that back. We have 192 iron ingots up by the Hellhammers, and then we have all of that hematite nuggets, and then all of the various hematite chunks scattered around here. So yes, lots and lots of that. Now another thing is that I did break down every bit of the silver that I had here. When I started out with this, we actually had exactly 8 stacks of silver nuggets. And then we have almost 2 stacks of gold. Now, those nuggets got smelted into ingots and then crafted, well, smithed into plates. And so we have lanterns with silver linings in them. So every lantern has a silver lining. No, not quite, but a bunch of them do. So we made more lanterns too. This one's got a lining. This one has a lining. Now this one and this one don't. You can see the difference. But these lanterns with linings are two light levels brighter than the standard. The one that I am carrying is also now lined with silver. And we have a couple of the ones out here around the base that are also lined now. And I can't remember for sure which ones I put linings in, but I know for a fact, so we added some into here. This one here is now lined, and I think we had one other that we lined as well. But, yeah, actually I think it's the one up here. Yes, this one is also lined. And so that makes those lanterns just a bit brighter, makes everything stand out a bit more. But, yeah, we are a bit past time on this episode. So I am going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or anything that you want to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments. Check out all of the other Rastafarians. Links are down in the description, and I will see you next time. Bye.